Hello everybody and a very warm welcome to Penwortham Priory Academy. My name's Mr. Eastham, the principal here at Priory, and I'm proud and privileged to be able to welcome all of you here to this talk all about our great school. Just so you know, I will, over the course of this presentation, make reference to several staff who will be only too happy to help and assist you in any way should you wish to speak with them at any time by getting in touch with us here at school. But to start, more important than any of us are our pupils. Please, if you have the opportunity to come to Priory, take the time to speak to as many of our young people as possible. Quiz them. Ask them what being a pupil at Priory is really like. So, year sixes, you've reached that important stage in your learning journey where you need to make a decision as to which secondary school you want to go to and whether that school might be Priory. Parents, guardians, you need to feel comfortable that Priory is going to be the right school for your son or daughter to attend for the next 5 years. 5 years where you'll see them change from being an 11 to 12-year-old to being a 15, 16-year-old, where you'll see them grow and develop from primary school children to young adults. Potentially 5 of the most important and informative years of their lives. I know you want to get that decision right, and I understand how important that decision is. And that decision of making your choice of secondary school, I know, isn't necessarily an easy one. Sometimes, of course, we can become a little too obsessed with just the facts and the figures, because often that's all we're exposed to. What percentage of pupils got level 4? What were the results like? What does Ofsted say? What does my next door neighbour think about the school? What's their opinion, even though they may never have even set foot in the school itself? And of course, whilst all those things are worthy of consideration, we need to remember that it's equally important not to lose sight of the fact that they are only part of the picture, and that they are part of the picture with other key elements to school that are equally as important, if not more so. Other things matter too. Health, happiness, a rounded education, the ability to work with others, the arts, an environment where pupils feel that they belong to a school community. These need equal recognition too. What really matters in the end is asking yourselves what feels like the right school for your daughter or son. And year 5s, year 6s, asking yourself what feels like the right school for me. What's the right school? The right fit to cater best for your own character with your own individual needs. So for me, the decision shouldn't be as simple as going to the same secondary, for example, as certain friends perhaps, or as simple as going to the same school that we might have gone to as parents, simply because that's where we went. Surely schools should have moved on, evolved and changed in that time. Instead, I feel it's important that our young people choose the school that we feel is right for them as parents or guardians, but that they like too. Parents, guardians, I can guarantee that from September next year, when your child starts here at Priory, that you'll really only be interested in one thing: how your daughter or son is doing. And I have to say, you won't be particularly concerned as parents in 5 years' time about the blizzard of national exam statistics. You'll be bothered about how your daughter or son has done. You'll be bothered about whether your son or daughter has been challenged and achieved their potential over their 5 years with us. Whether they, as an individual, have the necessary skills and qualifications to go on to do what they want to do: college, university, job, or apprenticeship. But just as important, you'll be bothered throughout the 5 years that they're at secondary school, whether your son or daughter has been happy and has felt safe and supported at school. As parents, I've no doubt, like me, that you want all of these things for your daughter or son. We cater for all of this at Priory. And that's where I feel Priory is unique and why I feel Priory is a great school. A school where we do our utmost every day to make Priory an even greater school than it already is, so that all of our pupils can learn to succeed. A school where the best things happen for our pupils. Priory is a school for the pupils. So what makes Priory a great school? What makes Priory unique? What makes Priory Priory? Well, what matters most to me and to my staff is having a school where, first and foremost, all pupils feel safe, happy, and that they belong to our school community. Their pastoral care. And Mrs. Crank, our Assistant Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work of our pastoral team here in school. So we focus on having the best pastoral care for each and every one of our pupils, regardless of ability or background. Where all our staff strive every day to overcome each individual pupil's barriers to success. It's important. And to make sure this is the case, we have a strong and effective pastoral team, as well as a great learning support department, all of whose job it is to ensure each and every individual in school feels supported, feels safe, is happy, and feels like they belong to our school community. Because in my view, it's only when we have pupils who feel safe and happy in school that we can then focus effectively on their academic care and provide each with a varied and rich curriculum in order for them to gain good individual results as a stepping stone into their futures. And this academic care is grounded in having the best curriculum. And Mr. G, our Assistant Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work we do here at Priory in relation to the curriculum and our pupil outcomes. So our curriculum, quite rightly, supports the core academic subjects of English, maths, and science. But also, regardless of what headline measures at the end of year 11 might prioritise, our curriculum values and recognises the contribution that other subjects can have on the lives of our young people. The arts, the humanities, drama, music, PE, the range of technologies, languages and computing. Engineering, all subjects not only offered here at Priory to all our pupils, to all our girls and to all our boys, but equally chosen and studied in large numbers by both our girls and boys to GCSE level and then beyond at college. A curriculum supplemented by a huge variety of trips and visits, clubs and practices. A curriculum shaped for the pupils, for their individual interests and aspirations, rather than a curriculum shaped by us, focused on headline measures for pupils to be shoehorned into. So we not only focus on our pupils' pastoral care, we then have a varied and rich curriculum that best supports pupils in three key fundamental ways: their learning progress in the classroom, their academic progress, and their personal development, teaching them specifically the skills needed to help them succeed in life, as well as the attitudes needed to help them contribute positively to society. In relation to our pupils' learning progress in the classroom then, Mrs. Cowell, our Vice Principal, oversees and coordinates the work we do here at Priory in this key area. So we insist that our pupils are challenged to learn and progress well. We take pride in making every learning encounter matter for our pupils. So we make sure that your son or daughter is receiving the best teaching support, and therefore learning in lessons. Lessons, therefore, delivered by specialist teachers in both girls' and boys' education, teaching their specialist subjects, supported by the best teaching assistants. And that means that lessons at Priory are planned to be engaging but challenging, designed to make our pupils think hard. And parents, guardians, we expect your support in looking over your son or daughter's work and challenging them, as we do, to do it to the best of their ability and present it well from the outset. And to ensure every learning encounter matters for all pupils, as the principal, I have a duty of care with my staff to deliver an environment conducive to the effective teaching and learning of all pupils in the school. So in choosing Priory, our pupils and yourselves as parents and guardians agree to uphold what we call our Priory standard, the highest expectations of all from all. How? Through our three pillars of everyday learning. Not only through our expectations of pupils' behaviour outside of lesson time, but how they can become great ambassadors not only for Priory, but for themselves and you, their families. Making it clear to our pupils then, and as parents, guardians, not only what our students and expectations are, but also how they can meet these every day. Lessons, by the way, here at Priory are for learning. Lessons are for learning. Breaks and lunch times are for socialising. So should any individual's behaviour severely compromise the learning of others in the classroom, disrupting the progress they might otherwise make, then they will be excluded. So again, in choosing Priory, you agree to uphold our Priory standard with us. Why? So we can achieve our collective aim for your sons and daughters. That's our daily mission as a school. That's why we're all here. That's why our pupils come to our school every day. So great learning, teaching, assessment, and standards. But you no doubt want a school as well that gets great results, that gets the best possible academic outcomes for your daughter or son, dependent on their individual abilities. We're not a selective school. Our young people have a range of academic abilities, and that range changes from one year to the next, as does potentially, therefore, our outcomes. Yet Priory continues to get consistently great results. Great results for the individual pupils that learn with us. Great results for girls, great results for boys. Of course, there will always be a great deal of interest in pupils who have achieved the very top grades of 7 to 9s on GCSE results day. And yes, here at Priory, we are always very proud of those pupils of ours that achieve such grades. These young people have done exceptionally well, enabling them to leave Priory and continue to be successful in their future lives. Barristers, solicitors, doctors, PhD graduates, DJs and TV personalities, all past pupils of Priory, all past pupils of this school, all individuals with their own unique skills and talents who have been supported here at Priory and done exceptionally well, allowing them to go on and do what they want to do. In other words, if your daughter or son is academic, they will achieve here at Priory. They will fulfill their potential. Priory is an academic school. Academic achievements are extremely important. What our pupils leave school with in terms of their academic qualifications is a key focus for us. Which means we have our academic year group system to ensure the best academic care for our pupils. This means that pupils have a specialist head of year who works closely with subject leads, teaching staff and learning support staff to track and monitor their ongoing academic progress from one year to the next across all subjects. They then coordinate any further intervention strategies that might be necessary to ensure each and every pupil achieves their full academic potential. But don't worry, we don't simply stop there and focus on the holy grail of certain headline figures for the school at the expense of the individual. So we also have our house system to ensure the best pastoral care for each of our pupils. Our house leaders work closely with all staff in school to track and monitor our pupils' ongoing personal development, their character and culture development, pillar 3 on our 3 pillars of everyday learning, our personal development award programme and our inter-house competitions, allowing pupils to contribute to and feel a valued part of not only the whole school community and their own particular year group, but their own house, Calder, Douglas, Hodder or Ribble. So we give as much attention to our pupils' personal development through our PSHE and citizenship sessions, on their character development and on their culture development, as we do on their academic abilities, in order to fulfill our daily mission. And so we have a strong and effective team of staff in school too, who coordinate this Learning for Life programme for us. Priory is a school then that will nurture your daughter and son's talents, will prepare them for the world of work and adult responsibility, but will also instill in them the strength of character to withstand life's adversities and culture, so they understand the importance of treating other humans with courtesy and dignity, by helping them to make the right choices and take the right steps. And it's this that I believe makes Priory unique, and what I believe makes Priory pupils unique. So just as academic progress is accredited through the awarding of GCSEs, our girls and our boys in equal measure will be noticed, valued and accredited through our personal development award programme, consisting of our Priory Plus Award, received when they demonstrate and put into practice what they've learned in their personal development and culture sessions, and awarded with star badges, certificates for pupils' records of achievement and achievement points towards trips and visits. Our Pixel Edge Award, a nationally recognised accreditation that allows us to credit our pupils for demonstrating those personal skills and qualities that are essential to evidence for employability and life. They're skills for life beyond Priory: leadership, communication, resilience, organisation and initiative, as well as the Duke of Edinburgh's award from Year 10, to help build confidence, dedication and commitment. So what might we want for our children at secondary school then? Well, I'm certain you would want them to be at a school that has the right culture, day in, day out, for your daughters and sons to learn to succeed, both academically and pastorally. A culture that allows them to be happy. Our pupils here at Priory are happy, mixing with and making friends with girls and boys that they'll be with for the next 5 years, that they can continue to grow and develop with in an environment that reflects what their life will be like beyond secondary school, at college and in working life. And you know the most important question that I still ask each of my children and will continue to ask them when I get home from work? Have you enjoyed school today? Because if they enjoy going to school, then I know they are enjoying learning at school. That's what these pupils on the screen here get asked. I know this because these are the sons and daughters of Priory staff. That alone is testimony, I believe, to our school, that staff who work here and see us operate day in, day out, have made Priory their choice of secondary school for their own sons and daughters. So, all that you've heard from my speech is good and well, but in reality, our open evening and open days are really the best times to come and experience for yourselves why Priory really is a great school. But whenever you might visit Priory, I not only want you to leave with enough information that helps you make an informed decision about our school, but perhaps more importantly, I want you to leave with that all-important feeling that Priory is the right school for you. So Year 6s, Year 5s, when you do visit the school, think to yourself, do I feel I could be happy here at Priory? And parents, guardians, do you feel your son or daughter would be happy here at Priory? Please don't underestimate the feel you get for a school when you look around. It's often that feeling that you get that can make all the difference between you being happy and supported at school for the next 5 years or not. If you'd like to see more of Priory at any time after our open evening, then you're very welcome to visit when the school is operating, so you can experience the atmosphere during a normal school day. We do have 2 open days too, with tours on the hour, every hour. And we don't avoid visitors coming into Priory at unstructured times either, such as breaks and lunch times. In fact, we have an open school policy at Priory, where pupils are allowed in the school at breaks and lunch times to make full use of the facilities and opportunities available to them. We trust them to look after the school. This is their school. These are their resources and their facilities, and they should be able to use them as and when they need. Now, we are an oversubscribed school, and we currently have an extensive waiting list. So if you feel that Priory is the right school for you, I can only be honest with you and say that you must put us down as your first choice school on the form. That's the best way of helping you to get a place with us. But even if, for whatever reason, after you've applied, you don't get a place with us or are unhappy with the school you've been given, please don't just accept that if this is where you want to be. Get in direct contact with us and we'll look to see what we can do to give you the opportunity to come and learn with us. So, alongside this video, you'll see we have a tour of the school online too. That will allow you to have a look at all of our fantastic facilities. Facilities that we are very, very proud of, and the likes of which you'll see no better in any other school in Lancashire. So thank you for taking the time to listen to my speech all about our school, all about Penwortham Priory Academy, a great school where every pupil learns to succeed.